Righto, let's go.
Neil, been tough to take under the circumstances.
What are you talking about?
We lost the game and scored a try.
Yeah, we lost the game, yeah. Oh, look, I'll just make a statement about that. Look, it has been a couple of years in a row. They've admitted crucial errors which have cost us points, and tonight 6 points on a try that was the seventh tackle, which we're all well aware of. We have rules in place to fine goal kickers if they take 10 seconds too long, or to put a drop out, and we've got to ask about the big picture here. We still don't have accountability for what happens out on the field, and that's a heavy penalty to play tonight for our team. Where is the accountability there? Daniel Anderson go, yeah, it was 7 tackles. Well, how can two men, the experienced, full-time referees, 2 touch judges, 2 blokes up on a video box not be counting when I've got a bloke next to me, Paul Bowman, on the computer going, mate, I think that's an extra tackle there. And he goes back and worked it out straight away. And they roll. I think Jono makes a tackle which should have been the handover, working his backside off to get into a position to save a try, and then Bo Ryan gets an opportunity to score one. They kick it and it's 6 points and we lose by 2. Now, we're all well aware that we have chances within the game after that to make that up, but it astounds me that it happened. How could it happen?
What do you want to see happen here?
Well, you just want to see him getting it right. I mean, that's just it's a schoolboy error. It's just something that you don't see out there in Queensland Cup. You don't see in local A grade. Or, you count your tackles. I mean, I don't know how this. You expect the players to perform on the biggest stage. This is when the pressure's on. Well, your referees have got to perform too, and they've proven a couple of years in a row now they're not up to it. I don't know where we go. It's embarrassing for the game, and I've got that from the top. They're embarrassed. Coming in shaking hands, oh mate, we're embarrassed that happened to your team. Doesn't give us a game next week.
Who came in and said that? Who came in and said that?
Well, the man that runs the show.
It's happened to you guys 2 years in a row now.
Well, it has. If you were sort of, conspiracy theory, you go, hang on, we're so Sydney-centric here that we don't really care about the boys up north. But the press talks about the ideal grand final. Souths, Roosters, bring it on. Don't worry about Melbourne. They've won a couple and they're down there. Don't worry about North Queensland. That's what you want, the heartland of the game. Yeah, well, we've just been dudded with an opportunity to maybe make a dent in this competition. Where's our pull? We're out of sight, out of mind up there. But you get a bit bitter about it when it's happened 2 years. And believe you me, we don't forget about Kieran Foran. We don't forget that moment. That's etched in our brains. We train thinking about that all year for an opportunity to get on this stage to roll again. I can't believe it.
Johnathan, did the players know during the game?
No, not at all. There was times during the game where I'd be looking at the ref and seeing what tackle it is, and they're not even giving us a tackle. They're experienced referees, like Neil said, you don't see it in Q Cup, local A grade. You're asking the referees on the field, what tackle is it? That's what I'm asking them, what tackle is it? I shouldn't have to ask them what tackle. They should be telling us, and they're not even telling us when they're playing the ball.
When did you find out, Jacob?
When it was too little too late.
2 years must be nuts.
Like Neil said, it's just astounding. 2 years in a row, we work our butts off, and to be dudded twice in 2 years, there needs to be some accountability for this. Because like Neil said, this is the biggest stage. We're performing to the best of our ability. Well, are the refs performing to the best of their ability? And I'm too shattered sitting in the sheds to say anything. 2 years in a row our season's been decided by it. And like I said, yeah, maybe we had opportunities to make up for that, but really, this is the biggest stage. Our referees should be getting this right. Is that right?
Johnathan, before the game, you were saying you hope you get a fair go. Are you worried this could happen again?
Mate, no, the referees have been going great all year. That's what I said. And then on the biggest stage, they crumble.
Neil, what did you say, Dawson?
Oh, yeah, he apologised. I mean, a couple of commissioners there saying the same thing. I said, well, you know, it's after the event. I got the same talk last year. I mean, it's happened to be my club. You know, what do you do? I mean, the boys that are out there, the ones that are sweating and working their backsides off to win a game of footy, and at that point in time, they're not aware. They're not aware because there's no call. We're aware in the coach's box, but we get on with it. You get on with it. But ultimately, it's 6 points. He kicks the goal, and it's 6 points that shouldn't have been in the game. You know, Kane didn't score the try right on the bill. That could have, you know, got us some redemption, and people would have been saying, yeah, it's probably a fair result given that that happened, and you got that try there. Well, we're sitting in here with a smile on our face saying, geez, but that call was still a poor call. We're still saying it's a poor call. And but Kane didn't get it down. His foot was out. You know, that decision's right. But I just fail to see how, you know, we just can't get that bit right. That's the nuts and bolts of the game. That's your basics, you know, and there's a flaw there. And you know, you don't have press conferences where the referees are sitting there and getting accountable for their own actions, trying to explain themselves. You've got a legion of fans out there, and the phone's gone off. And again, we go back home with just a bit of tape. We've beaten fair and square, and we celebrate, well, Cronulla, they've nailed us. But there was nothing in that game. Bounce pass try in the corner where we defended it, and they got the bounce and they scored. And then Kane gets close late, touch and go. Could have won the game there. But one thing that shouldn't have happened is that they shouldn't have been awarded a try in that particular point in time. In tight games, that's a difference. 2 points. 2 points difference in the game, and that's a 6 point result.
Now, is the hurt compounded for you by the fact that this is your last game?
I hate losing any game of footy. I mean, my hurt's compounded by this bloke and the rest of the boys just sitting in there going, our season's done. And done. It's over. Yep. We didn't discuss it at half time. There's no point. You've got to move on. It's done. There's no point dwelling on that. So we knew about it, but, you know, we had to get on with the game of football, and that's what we've done. But I tell you, it's a raw deal for a couple of years, you know. What do you say that, there's, you know, as I said, the conspiracy theory? Let's keep it Sydney-centric, as I said before. Who knows? How can you go down that track? You just get the referees being competent. But I tell you, 2 years in a row, you're thinking, what's going on? I know the other one was the video referees, but we're still not truly accountable for getting that part right.
What do you say to your players after that game on Wednesday?
Not much to say. We're all shattered.
Should they referee again in the finals now?
Well, you'd hope not.
One more question and then we'll go. Matt Bowen, we see the last two tonight, or are you confident he'll go around again somewhere?
Oh, I'm not sure. I think sitting in there shattered, very upset that that's his last game in the NRL, and be completely up to him. I think we've seen some great form out of him, and it'll be up to him and Rudy to make a choice about that for their future. But, you know, again, it's a disappointing way for his last memory, you know, along these lines as well. As we said, we wanted a fair go, but it didn't happen again. And I just hope that, you know, there's not another coach sitting in next week or later tonight saying the same thing. You know, like.
Right,
Thank you.
Thank you.